I'm often asked about the differences between Grammarly and Hemingway App. Hi there, my name is Brian Collins. Welcome to the Become a Writer Today channel. If you've wondered about these two writing tools, then you're in the right place, because I've used Grammarly and Hemingway App for years. So in this video, I'm going to explain the differences between these two popular writing tools so you can understand which one is right for you and for whatever it is that you're working on today. Hope you enjoyed this short comparison. If you do, hit thumbs up. If you'd like to see individual reviews about either tool, I've got those on the channel, so be sure to subscribe. And if I've missed something, then please let me know in the comments section below. Good news, both Grammarly and Hemingway App are free to use. So for Grammarly, you can use it to fix grammar errors, spelling mistakes, punctuation errors, and basic writing issues for free using its plugins and tools. If you're ready, you can pay $30 per month and upgrade. That'll give you access to premium tools such as full sentence rewrites, a tool for word choice, a tone suggestion tool, and a citation manager. Now, it will cost you $30 per month. I do have a discount, which is an affiliate link, and I'll put that in the notes below this video. You can also use Grammarly Business, which is billed on a per seat basis, $30 per user, depending on the promotion. That's beyond the scope of this video. I do have a different video on the channel where I go into Grammarly Business. Most writers probably will not need Grammarly Business. However, Hemingway App is also free to use. It does not have many of the features that Grammarly has. For example, do not expect full sentence rewrites, word choice, tone suggestions, or a citation manager. You can use Hemingway App primarily through the web browser. So there are no apps and plugins that you're going to use for Word, for Google Docs, and so on. Now, you can pay a small fee and download a desktop version of Hemingway App that works offline. I did actually purchase this, and it works almost the same as the online version. So it's probably unnecessary for most types of writers who are watching this video. That brings me to how Grammarly is just different to Hemingway Editor. So Hemingway Editor just works in the web browser. You need to bring your writing into Hemingway Editor or into the Hemingway App to check it for issues. Grammarly goes with you. Thanks to its plugins for iOS, Android, the desktop app, and the web app, you can use it to check your emails in Gmail or in Outlook or Apple Mail. You can use it if you're writing in Google Docs or Notion or Word, and you can use it to check your social media posts directly on the various social media networks or platforms. None of that is really possible with Hemingway App, nor should it be when you see how the two different tools work. I've logged into the web app for Grammarly. As you can see, it has a place where I can manage all of my articles, or I can upload them directly into Grammarly. On the other hand, with Hemingway Editor, you just simply use the web page on screen to check your writing. You're not going to save any of your work directly into Hemingway App. So while in Grammarly, I can go back and fix something later on if it's a complicated edit, that's not possible with Hemingway Editor. Now let me show you a sample article in question. Before recording this video, I wrote an article with multiple grammar and spelling errors. It's all about how to decide what to work on next. Now I'm going to paste this into Grammarly first. And you can see instantly Grammarly scans it for grammar and spelling errors. And these are all identified using the assistant on the right hand sidebar. Now if I paste the same article into Hemingway Editor, it also scans it quite quickly. So yes, both tools look like they're working quite quickly. However, Grammarly is fixing grammar errors like I spend a lots of time or a missing apostrophe, whereas Hemingway Editor is simply checking for adverbs, the passive voice, phrases, hard to read sentences, and so on. So in other words, if I was editing my work, I would still need to fix all of these grammar errors which are not caught by Hemingway App. And I can fix these pretty easily in Grammarly by accepting the suggested changes on the right hand side. On the other hand, with Hemingway App, while it's identified unnecessary adverbs in instances of the passive voice, I have no instant way of applying these changes. I need to make a decision as a writer if this makes sense or not. Now that may be fine, after all Hemingway Editor is free, so you can't be too critical. However, it's worth pointing out that Grammarly has this type of feature set built into it. So to show you, I'm going to click on the clarity section, and you can see here that it's identified some hard to read sentences. So it's saying that this sentence here may be unclear or hard to read, and it's giving me an option that I can use to rewrite it. If I look for the same sentence inside of Hemingway, you can see that it's only flagged a single word. So Grammarly is just a bit more powerful for improving the readability of your work. It's also worth pointing out that Grammarly has some additional tools that you can use for improving the engagement of your work. So it has tools for word choice. Again, Hemingway app isn't really going to do this. It also has tools and reports for improving the delivery of your writing, and a style guide, which is beyond the focus of this video as it's a Grammarly premium feature. Grammarly also has a plagiarism checker, so you can check your work for instances of accidental versus deliberate plagiarism online. Again, you're not going to get that in Hemingway app. Interestingly, I did notice a few subtle differences between what Hemingway app flags as difficult or hard to read versus Grammarly. So here's one particular example. I also like taking apart what other creatives I admire are doing and figuring out what I can learn from their approaches. Sentence probably makes sense, but it's a little bit clunky. So yes, I should probably consider changing this. However, although Grammarly does regularly spot sentences that I should rewrite, in this case it hasn't suggested that there's an issue here. Grammarly also enables writers to set goals for their work depending on who it's for and the style guide of the publication in question. So to do that, you can simply access the goals section and you can change the domain, intent, audience and formality. The changes you make here will affect the style changes that Grammarly presents in its writing reports. In other words, it affects the amount of things that you may potentially fix or address to improve the quality of your work. With Hemingway app, it's not possible to set goals for your work. It's just simply going to focus on adverbs, the passive voice, and hard versus very hard to read sentences. Grammarly also has some additional features which will help you get more value from it the longer you use it. So you can customize Grammarly for how you like to work and edit. You can access a personal dictionary where you can add words related to your company, your business, your book, or whatever it is you're writing. These are words that are not grammar and spelling errors. However, with Hemingway app, you're not going to customize it for your work. Again, you're just simply focusing on these key reports here. Similarly, with Grammarly, you can change between American and British, Canadian, Australian, and now Indian English. This isn't possible in Hemingway app because it does not check for spelling errors. There are also multiple rules related to writing style. If you're using Grammarly, I would encourage you to go in and read through these if you find some of Grammarly's suggestions unhelpful. So for example, Grammarly prompted me at one point to constantly avoid unnecessary ellipses and also to straighten my apostrophes. The first suggestions were fine, but I turned off this second potential issue because the articles that I write inside of Grammarly are then posted into a content management tool which automatically fixes this issue. So it wasn't really saving me much time, so I turned off this potential issue. On the other hand, if there's something inside of Grammarly or Hemingway Editor that you're not finding relevant to your work, then you're not really going to go ahead and customize it. One thing that Hemingway app does quite well is how it presents scores related to readability, word count, reading time, and so on. For this kind of information inside of Grammarly, it's still there, but it's just a click away. So you just need to click on the overall score, and then you'll get information related to word count, readability, vocabulary, and so on. Now, these scores are a little bit different because I did make some edits to this after I pasted it in. That said, both are good if you need some quick metrics about how readable your work is. Thanks to its AI-powered writing assistant, you can also apply multiple changes to your work at a click. This is something that I haven't seen in any other grammar checker or writing app to date, including Hemingway app, and it's a real time saver. The caveat is that you must be happy that the tone of your work is not being changed. As great as Grammarly is, Hemingway app is a tool I also use. Here's the thing, I will paste an article into Grammarly, work through all of its suggestions, and if I feel like it needs one last additional copy edit or a way that I can make it more readable, then I may paste it into the desktop version of Hemingway app. I also recommend Hemingway app to some writers who can't afford to pay $30 a month to get access to some of these premium features. For example, the AI-powered writing assistant and the plagiarism checker, because it will help you improve the readability of your work for free or on a budget. And then if you need help with the basic grammar and spell checks, you can just use the free version of Grammarly. In other words, it's possible to get access to some of Grammarly's useful tools for fixing your work, and then use Hemingway app to fix some of the readability and other issues that you may have in your writing. It's just going to be a little bit slower and take a little bit more time than if you had the premium version of Grammarly. So I hope that clarifies how Grammarly and Hemingway app are different. You can use either tool to improve the quality of your work, but Grammarly is just a bit more powerful. After all, it's premium writing software. If you'd like to see a review of either tool or a tutorial, then go check out the other videos on this channel. And if you'd like to get more videos like this, then don't forget to subscribe.